Hey, it's Phoenix. Um, this video, whatever it turns out to be, will be episodical, you could say issue by issue of the House of X Powers of 10 start of the X-Men Krakoa era. Mostly because I never read it, and a quick background is I grew up with Marvel. I became a DC guy, kid, teen, whatever you want to call it. Now as the last couple years I've been full DC, but lately after watching so much Marvel related, like comic stuff like on Comic Pop or Comic Dorian, Comic Explain, all those YouTube channels I can go on a tangent. But after watching a lot of the history of certain characters and teams and stuff like that, X-Men has been like the biggest thing right now, and now that there's the Fall of X happening while I'm recording this, I was like, I might as well get on the hype train. The I wouldn't call it even a bandwagon. It's probably justified, but I don't know since I have not read one single thing of it, and so I decided to start now with House of X issue 1. And I'm going to go issue by issue of this and see how it goes and just do like a quick review of how I feel about the issue, like a recollection of more try to be more specific so I can cuz usually if I do a review of something, if I read the whole thing, I'm not going to remember every single part specifically cuz that's a lot of pages. But I know the whole narrative, but I want to be more specific or try to, so I'm sort of looking at the comic while I am going to be talking about it. And if you want to know, I'm reading all this stuff since you might be wondering. I don't have all the paperbacks. That's expensive. At the moment, I have Marvel Unlimited, so it's the easiest way to read it. I'm only 3 months behind of current stuff. I by the time Fall of X is done, I'll probably be finished. Um, so yeah, House of X #1. It starts very interesting, at least for me, because because I knew it's like a new beginning of X Men, especially by oh my god, what's his name? Let's see here, Jonathan Hickman and Pepe Larraz. Larraz is the artist. So it's all Jonathan Hickman, his start of the X Men era stuff, House of X. The issue specifically, issue 1 is the house that Xavier built. That's pretty cool. And it starts with seeing certain characters put down these seeds, different areas of the world, and it starts saying 5 months ago, 4, 3 months ago, then current day. And I might as well just name them all for my sake. Krakoa, Westchester, the blue area of the moon, Mars, the Savage Land, Washington D.C., and then a Jerusalem habitat. And from there, you see these people sort of in charge, these agencies of either, like, what is it, Strike, Shield, all those agencies come together for a meeting they think they're having with Xavier. I believe it's at the Jerusalem habitat because a plants slash, I guess you can call it Krakoan looking step goes onto this building. And Xavier telepathically, I guess, told them all to come here. I don't know his character specifically, so I don't know if they've been around. Um, but they all meet up, and they meet up with, let's see here, who are they called? The Cuckoos or whatever. Cuckoo. They don't actually say what they have, like their own names. The like the clone sisters, the ones that all are identical to are based on Emma Frost, I believe. I only know this stuff secondhand, or my understanding is the first time I actually heard of them, which might sound funny, um, was in that show The Gifted. I think The Gift, where they had the cuckoos, three of them. And right here, it's just two of them, and they escort them into the building, and they like, you want tea and all that stuff, and they're just waiting, and they find out the person who's waiting for them will not be Charles. Instead, it's Magneto in this white outfit, wearing an X symbol. So that's already startling because I'm not I don't know if I technically need to know specifically what was happening directly before this, since this is like a brand new start almost. Of course, everything before counts, but reading this as a newbie of modern day X Men, it's interesting, startling, and actually really fun. And then from there, they tell you about what has these pages, these explaining pages tell you about these flowers of Krakoa that were like these drugs. 3 are for humans, 3 were towards the mutants, and they have like there's was a human drug L, I, and M, and the delivery system like these pills, and this flower produces the extent of human life for 5 years. One produces is a super drug for humans, and the other cures diseases of the mind in humans, and it's all I guess let's see based in Krakoa, since their flowers are Krakoa. And then the ones for mutants are like these gateways, habitats, and no place. And I guess they go further into what they are eventually, because they haven't really talked too much about it in this issue. And then let's see, you have like parts where it shows like Jean Grey with these new mutants. Not those new mutants, but young children, and they're like, can anyone go through this gateway? Because it shows them entering this like crazy looking gateway, this Krakoan gateway, and she's like only like mutants who are accepted by Krakoa, I guess. You have to ask, or you have to be recognized, and then you're allowed to go in, and so they do. And you meet these other mutants, like let's see, Cipher, I think. Let's see here. Who can his mutant abilities? He can speak any language. Um, and understand any type of language, including Krakoa itself, and that's how they know how to talk to Krakoa itself, which is a living island. But over time, it first it was like this island that lives or something like that, but now it changes over time. So they'll probably talk more about it. Um, let's see. This kid mutant sees Professor Xavier, and this is like the second time you see him with this. He looks like the Ultimate Reed Richards, the maker. Don't know why. And he's standing. And you see Logan there. He's happy with kids near him. And they just say you're safe here. We all are. So it's like this new futuristic looking like utopian society. I guess after because they bring up the Genoshan massacre, or I mean it was genocide of 16 million mutants dying. I think like a year or two before this, a couple years before this, and now they're going to this utopian society. Everything has changed because they probably looked at things horribly different after that. And I'm assuming now they just feel more not with humanity, and they'll just go against it and try to live in peace. Because the portals do not let any humans or non mutants in, so it's only for mutant kind. Krakoa, you find out. And there's a map of Krakoa, it tells you all the areas. Like the House of X, I think, is one of them. Yeah, and the House of M and all that stuff. And then we sidetrack to. Let's see. Who the hell are these people? It's been a second. Dr. Gregor. And she is with. I think Orcus, who I think are the anti mutant people. And she has a Karima, which is a. Oh, no. One of those. Oh my god, what are they called? The big robots. She's technically like the supreme one or the crazy good one. I don't remember. I just remember some of the history. But their plot, they go into like this area and they're trying to look for something. That's all I remember. Oh, they're on this a sentinel, that's what it was. She's like a supreme sentinel thing. And it's like a sentinel looking head. They're on this like halo sort of um facility in space. It looks crazy as hell, like panels and everything. Um, let's see. Yeah, the Orcus Protocol. They recruited, I guess, what does it say? They got every agency to come together and be against the mutants, I guess, in one way or another. Like you got AIM, Shield, Strike, Sword, Alpha Flight, Hammer, Armor, Hydra. I guess they all were like they found a way to compromise together, and weirdly enough, good and bad. And then it tells you everything that happened, like 2 years ago. Observation. It tells you everything behind how Orcus is, where they are with the Orcus protocols and people in charge and stuff like that. So that's interesting. Then it gets into this other plot, or not even. It's like a really small plot. You have Mystique, Sabretooth, and Toad. robbing somewhere, and then they try leaving. Next thing you know, the Fantastic Four shows up, and some fun banter. Let's see here. More explanation of Magneto saying, Charles is not coming, and Charles knows what he's doing, and you better understand it or leave. And one of them has a gun, and he's like, "Well, get the hell out of here." um, and because they're telepaths, the cuckoos or whatever, they can understand what they're thinking, and they're all here for their own reasons. Those agents. And let's see here. Mystique and Toad go through, but Sabretooth is behind, stuck in Fantastic Four capture him. Then the Cyclops come through the portal, talks to them, says, he has amnesty. Except, Reed Richards is like, well, it's criminally just, broke. And so Cyclops like, okay, for now, let's go with that. And you can already see there's a divide. And of course, the last thing he says is, please greet your son for me and tell him when he's ready, because he's a mutant. Oh my god, what's his name? The son of Reed and Sue Storm. Well, you all know who he is, whatever. Franklin, that's what it is. And then let's see, and then it talks about Omega levels and stuff, because Omega level, and it gives you all the names of Omega level mutants that are known. Franklin Richards. You got who else? Who's still alive, I guess. Magneto as well. Um, Legion, David Haller, Professor X's son. One of my favorites, but I guess not in the comics. I haven't read too much about him. I just love that show. And then let's see here. I believe it just ends. Let's see. Yeah, with like a new dawn, because Magneto tells these people that you have new gods now. So it's very menacing, and I don't know. I mean, I think the story itself is interesting, and it's not like mutant heavy. Like, I know the whole thing's about mutant, but like for just like the way it's structured already as a beginning, it's just different for me. So I'm liking it. I actually like the writing a lot. I haven't read Hickman's other work, so I'm not used to it. I haven't read his Avengers. I haven't read Secret Wars, the 2015 one. I know what happens, but yeah. So yeah, I'll come back for the next one, but for right now, I really like the setup. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be rating these, because I don't know if that really matters. But if I were to do it, I don't know, it's like a 7 out of 10 or something like that for an interesting setup. Because I know the whole thing, House and Hawks and Pox, is a whole setup for X-Men in general, all the X-Men teams and X-Men related mutants kind for the next couple years. So but yeah, good opening, and I'll come back with, I think, Powers of 10. Think, or the Powers of whatever, issue 1. I'll come back for that. I'll see you then.